What would you do if the woman you loved, the one you built a life with, was secretly plotting your demise, not with a knife, but with a keyboard, asking strangers how to vanish without a trace? The blue light of my phone screen cut through the 2 a.m. darkness of our bedroom in a quiet Chicago suburb, illuminating words that twisted my gut into a cold, hard knot. How to leave a marriage undetected, financially secure, and with full custody of the kids. The Reddit username, a whimsical string of letters I'd seen her use for online games, stared back at me. My breath hitched, a silent scream trapped in my chest. As I scrolled further, each post a meticulously crafted step towards my utter destruction. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The humiliation hit me first, a tidal wave of nausea. Not just the betrayal, but the calculated, cold-blooded nature of it. Sarah, my wife of 10 years, the mother of our 2 children, was planning her escape, and I was the unsuspecting mark. The next few weeks were a blur of forced smiles and internal screaming. I watched her, really watched her for the first time in years. Her late-night work calls became suspicious. Her sudden interest in her appearance, new clothes, a different perfume, little things I'd dismissed as her wanting to feel good, now screamed infidelity. The strange behavior escalated. She started locking her phone, something she'd never done. Her eyes, once warm and open, now held a guarded, almost predatory glint. One evening, while she was in the shower, her tablet buzzed with a notification. It was a text from an unknown number. "Can't wait for our weekend in Miami, babe. Got the suite at the SETI." My hands trembled as I deleted the message, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. The SETI, South Beach, a place we'd talked about for our anniversary. A trip she'd suddenly claimed she was too busy for. Sarah became a ghost in our home, physically present but emotionally absent. Her manipulation was subtle at first, chipping away at my self-worth. "You're always so tired, Mark," she'd sigh. "I feel like I'm raising these kids alone. Or maybe if you were more ambitious, we wouldn't have to worry so much." Each word was a tiny dagger, designed to make me feel inadequate, to justify her impending departure. The affair partner, a man named Greg, a colleague she'd mentioned once or twice, started appearing in her stories, always framed innocently. Greg helped me with this presentation. Greg and I grabbed a quick lunch. I saw his smug face in a photo she accidentally left open on her laptop, a selfie of him in a luxury car, a Rolex glinting on his wrist. He looked exactly like the kind of man who thought he was untouchable. I felt myself breaking. The loyal husband, the devoted father, was crumbling under the weight of her deceit. I'd spend hours in our garage staring at the tools, my mind a chaotic storm of anger, grief, and despair. I lost weight, slept little, and the joy of playing with my kids felt like a distant memory. But amidst the wreckage, a cold, hard resolve began to form. If she wanted to destroy me, she would find that I was not so easily broken. I would not be a victim. I would be the architect of her downfall. My revenge began quietly, meticulously. I started gathering proof. I installed monitoring software on her tablet, carefully disguised. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop named Frank from a small office on West Madison Street, who specialized in domestic surveillance. Frank's reports were clinical, brutal. Photos of Sarah and Greg hand in hand, entering a discreet boutique hotel on Ocean Drive in Miami, then later. A cozy dinner at Joe's Stone Crab, receipts for expensive gifts, not for me, but for him. The Reddit account, which I continued to monitor, became a goldmine. She was detailing her plans, her assets, even discussing how to paint me as an unfit father to gain full custody. She was building a case against me, unaware I was building one against her. The legal traps were set. I consulted with a sharp divorce attorney, Ms. Albright, whose office overlooked Central Park in New York City. She advised me on asset protection, custody laws, and the ironclad evidence needed to expose marital misconduct. I transferred funds, secured documents, and ensured my financial future was insulated from her predatory scheme. Socially, I began to subtly distance myself from mutual friends she might try to manipulate. Planting seeds of doubt about her recent behavior, the public exposure was orchestrated with surgical precision. It began with the divorce filing, a bombshell dropped on a Tuesday morning. Sarah was blindsided. She expected a fight, but not this. My legal team presented the evidence, the Reddit posts, the private investigators' reports, the financial records, the damning texts. Her carefully constructed narrative of me as the tired, unsupportive husband shattered. The judge, a stern woman in the Cook County Courthouse, listened impassively as Ms. Albright laid out Sarah's deceit. Then came the social media reveal. Not from me, but from an anonymous account I'd set up, sharing snippets of her Reddit posts, the photos with Greg, the cold, calculating plans. It went viral among our social circles, then beyond. The comments were brutal, unforgiving. Her arrogance, her selfishness, her perceived untouchability, all crumbled under the weight of public scorn. Her career, a high-profile marketing job in downtown Chicago, evaporated. Her friends, once so loyal, recoiled in disgust. Greg, the smug affair partner, was exposed to his own wife, leading to his own messy divorce and professional ruin. He was not so untouchable after all. Sarah was completely ruined. Financially, she was left with little, her attempts to seize my assets thwarted by my preemptive actions. Legally, her custody demands were denied, the judge citing her moral turpitude and calculated deception. Emotionally, she was a pariah, ostracized by everyone who once admired her. I saw her once, months later, walking alone down Michigan Avenue, a shadow of her former self, her eyes hollow, her once vibrant spirit extinguished. She didn't see me. I just watched her walk away, a cold wind whipping around her. The silence that followed was deafening, a chilling echo of the life she had so carelessly destroyed. The end.